Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well and having a good weekend. In this one, we are taking a look at the second beer out of the box that Camden Town Brewery sent me. It's part of their Arch 55 series, and this is a can of their Italian pilsner. It's a lager, obviously it's a pilsner. It's coming in at 5.1% ABV, and I'm guessing it's in a 440ml can. I can't really see on the back. Malt is pilsner, wheat and caramel, I think. Hops, Magnum, Sabro, something else. Do you know what? I'm struggling to read that lot. You're probably better off pausing it. There we go. And zooming in. Italian Pilsner Lager. I'm trying to see the bloody thing, that part. I can't even read them bloody things. But it's bang in the middle of that scale, whatever it means. 5.1%. Part of a new range that I'm guessing they're going to be releasing into the supermarkets. And that's it. Drink fresh, 5.1%. I'm not going to tell you nothing on it because I can't read nothing. So let's get her cracked open and see what we get. Come out the fridge, nice and cold, the can's cold. Now, is this going to be like their take on Moretti, Peroni? Ooh, there's a comparison. I've got Peroni in the machine and I've got another can of this. There may well be a comparison. Let's see what we can get. Slightly hazy, which I'm liking. I am liking that. Is this going to be another unfiltered beer? I don't know. But beer in a glass. Slightly hazy, looks darker on camera, but it is sort of like golden colour. Plenty of carbonation going up, as you may well be able to see. If I get it right, you might be able to see it. A good 2-finger head, quite vigorous at the ends. That built that head up. Compact at the bottom of the head, slightly spacious at the top, but give it a swirl, I'm sure it'll all look the same. So there we go. Yeah, it looks like a little hazy number. Looks decent, and plenty of bubbles, like I say. So let's dive in with the nose, have a sniff and see what we get. A big thank you to Camden for sending this box out to me, much appreciated. Get your nose in there. Yeah, it's got that unfiltered, a little bit of a wheaty aroma to it. Is this a take on, if you like, the Moretti Sail de Mer? Yeah, so apart from that wheaty note, at the moment I can't get much off it. So I'm going to stop sniffing and we'll dive in on the Arch 55 series Italian Pilsner from Camden Town Brewery, 5.1%. Let's dive in. Cheers. First impressions. It's got a wheaty feel to it. It's got an inkling, a tickle of like a wheat beer kind of thing, as in with it sort of being unfiltered rather than banana and all that clovey thing. Let's go in again though. Really nice body on it. Nice and smooth. Glides down the hatch. Really nice. I've got to admit, I really like this one at the moment. Like I say, decent body. Glides down the hatch. Really smooth. Carbonation is nice. It's there, but not too overpowering. Nice gentle fizz across the palate. Right, initial taste. For me, I think you get that wheatiness, that unfiltered feel about it. That lingers all the way through. And there comes a point, just a few seconds after tasting it, a slight sweet, malty note. A little citrus hit. Could you compare it to Moretti in a way? Be interesting. Do I do a three-way comparison? Do I get a Moretti and have the Peroni on, do a comparison of this? Because I think there's maybe a slight feel of a Moretti in there, but much nicer, I'm going to say. Maybe a sort of herbal note in there, I'm going to say. It's quite hard. It's quite hard to pinpoint some of the flavours in there. I mean, there's notes in there, but not necessarily notes that really sort of stand out and whack you in the chops that you can pinpoint. But there's nothing nasty in there, if I'm honest. I actually think it's quite an enjoyable drop of beer. And I think it's that sort of unfilteredness that is giving it that extra flavour, I think. Again, is it a wow beer? It's not a wow beer. It's never going to make you go, oh my God. This is absolutely outstanding. But it's a decent drop. That's how I'm going to look at it. It's an easy drinker. It's a non-thinker. There's flavour there. You're not necessarily looking for any flavour. The flavours are there. 5.1%, drinks really nice. I'm going to say after it does tail off to a little bitter end right on the back end. It takes a bit for that sort of bitterness to kick in. There's almost a sweetness as you're drinking it, a sweetness as you're swallowing, and eventually when that sort of sweetness just dies down, it does leave you with a bitter finish. But yeah, it's a decent drop. I'm actually quite impressed that this is the second one of the four, and I've got to say, all right, yeah, they're no world beaters, but that said, nor are they bad. They're perfectly respectable drinks, and this is quite nice. It's very much got a wheat beer sort of feel to it. So yeah, Camden Arch 55 series Italian Pilsner Lager. I'm going to give that a thumbs up. I really don't think that's that bad. I think that's actually quite a nice drop, an easy drinker, and I think it's one of them sort of drinks that will appeal to quite a few people. Nothing nasty in there. Flavours are good. You know, so what more can you ask for? Thumbs up from me for that. If you've had this beer before, now like I say, I've said in the previous video, I think this was on tap at Camden. I believe, I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling these will be coming out in the supermarkets. Now, if they don't tinker with it and it tastes as good as this one does in the supermarkets, I think it's well worth picking up. But if you have happened to have had this in a can before, somehow, I don't know how, let me know what you think. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the review. Pardon me. Thanks again, Camden, for sending them out. And I will see you once again on another video. Thank you.